Hey everybody,
I've been animating since August of 2024, and after 10 animations, I have learned a little bit. I really want to share the progress that I've had with it because I want to talk about this artistic style that I've developed and this artistic theory of mine. The first challenge that I faced with animations was the fact that I didn't really like caricature. I also never really liked to draw characters with the triangle face, in the style of manga. So I really had no fucking idea of what kind of style would I actually end up doing. I've always been drawn to drawing something realistic or something close to reality. My first animation looked really good because the character was very simple, and I actually followed a tutorial to do the background, and I used what is now known as the perform function on Procreate Dreams in order to easily make the butterfly movement. While on my second animation, I devoted so much time to the background that it took weeks, if not months, for me to do. I think it took like 3 months or something. And the whole thing was essentially a Mission Impossible Fallout joke.
The end I always feared is coming. And the blood will be on my hands.
That I'm pretty sure the 2 people that saw that did not get that at all. It was mostly just an excuse for me to draw this Always Sunny inspired cereal box. And despite everything, despite the junkiness of it, I think it was a pretty okay-ish place to start. But everything went immediately downhill with my second animation.
Nuke Radio.
I took the song Tub Theory by Marlon Dubois. I altered the lyrics in order to turn it into Fad Theory. Even though I did cut corners all throughout the whole thing, specifically by pretty much not drawing any background at all, I still took on an ungodly amount of time for me to finish this, to the point that by the time that I uploaded it, he had already dropped out of the race like a month before it or something. I have this habit of drawing the limbs of the character and then sticking it to the torso and then just moving it around, I did all of this in order to save time, and as a result, every single issue with my animating skills were put into display. Movement is the biggest issue. I cannot get them to move naturally. Not just the arms, not just the face, the eyes, or the mouth, really, but the whole body. They don't turn around. They feel like it's just a sticker that I put on top of the image. Now, because I cut so many corners with this, the third animation that I did was the exact opposite of it. It was essentially a 3 minutes long Nikocado Avocado musical biography. And even though I can still see a lot of the same issues, particularly when it comes to movement, and also when it comes to me trying to make complex movements by cutting it short, by having just 3 different frames for one arm movement, just 2 different frames for a leg movement or whatever, and just repeating it over and over again. It was a step into the right direction. This thing actually took on so long for me to make. You can literally see how the animation style started out at one place and then it ended in another. Look at the movements towards the end. That was a lot more natural. I was starting to just give up, really. I gave up and I was just like making extra frames in order to make sure that, yeah, the arm movements are actually going to be serviceable. Because of that, I actually ended up doing something that I think it's pretty okay. The idea was good and it was actually executed pretty well. Nikocado was no longer relevant at the time that I uploaded this. But the thing about Nikocado is that he always comes back. He always comes back into relevancy. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if tomorrow he came out as a MAGA supporter or something. After that, I did the Rushler's Evil Plan, which is just pathetic. It's basically just the Biden animation as well, where I don't draw the backgrounds. I was using Procreate and Procreate Dreams in order to make my animations. I started to realize that one of the underlying issues in my animation is actually very simple. My drawing skills were clashing with my animating skills. So for the next few projects, I decided to keep things more faithful to the source material. So I did the cocky once boing boing thing, which it's barely even an animation. It's just Dan Hencho staring into the screen and then lowering the paper down before we have a couple of random images. It's just a hopeless score meme, you know, if you remember. But this gave me an idea. Yeah, there was a bunch of other Dan Hencho videos that I really thought would be amazing as an animation. I did the drawing simulation.
Hey everybody,
And then I did the relapsing after 5 years, but you are the beer video.
Hello. I have been sober for 5 years, just about. Until today. I'm gonna have a beer. So, I'm relapsing on you!
When I was a child, I would always draw very well when I was copying something. I would keep like a photo of Mickey Mouse or something, or any sort of character in front of me, and I would be able to just delineate everything almost perfectly and just draw it. Like, I remember when I was on 8th grade, I drew my history teacher on the table so faithfully that I was actually so proud of myself, and it was a bummer to see that it was erased the next day. So yeah, I decided to go with that, and the results were pretty good. Again, movement, it's something that I lack a lot of skill in. It's so bad, actually. The way that he moves, it's not very natural, and it bothers me. But you can see that I am paying more attention to that. I am adding more frames. I try not to run away from adding frames, and I just giving it my best when it comes to making sure the movement looks as natural as possible. I think the mouth movement was okay. It was still serviceable. It looks awkward at times, and even though the whole glass thing looks good, the animation of the beer pouring looks pretty good, and the waves also look serviceable. I think overall you can also notice the lighting is non-existent, and I really think it's just a matter of post-production. This is something that I have never done, and for some reason I just refuse to do it, but I really need to get a hold of this to make sure that my animations actually have some fucking lighting into it, because it feels just so dry and just so kind of soulless in a way. I don't know, it bothers me, and I want to learn how to do better lighting, because I cannot seem to do it on Procreate. Around the same time that I was making the Dan Hencho animations, I realized exactly what I wanted to do. I decided to test out this other different style with different pencils, because I really wanted to create something more flowy. I don't know why, but towards the end of my first year or so, I realized that the thing that was really bothering me was just how blocky and just how sharp everything that I draw looks like. I did not like that how fucking delineated and just so pasted in it feels. I don't like how sharp everything is, and I was striving to do something more flowy, something more natural. From that point on, it was just one tiny improvement after the other. My animations today are a lot better, and that is something that I'm going to talk about in the next video. I'm going to talk about it in the video for tomorrow. The animations started blocky, they started ugly as shit. It made me feel like I was a 3-year-old drawing. But now things are different. I feel like a 5-year-old and I'm getting a little bit better. Make sure to stick around for the next video and I'll see you tomorrow.
So you guys, me, Thomas, and my mom were outside. We're going to the Speedway. We're getting scratch tickets, and we're seeing if we can win money for scratch tickets for the video. And my fucking mom ruined it, and she threw out my ticket in the fucking gutter.